Hey folks, Rob back with another Rob Plays, and in this episode, we're checking out the sequel to something I covered quite a while ago, and that is Star Strike 2, the follow-on to 3D Star Strike, developed and published by Real Time Games in 1986, and I'm covering the lead version, which is on the Spectrum, so whilst the trackpad runs, we'll just skip that, set up for Kempston, turn sound on, let's start. So, story-wise, this follows on from 3D Star Strike in that the Outsiders, as they're called, were defeated and beaten back by the Federation, and now the Federation has taken the fight to them. So you must go through and breach the 5 systems that the Outsiders have taken charge in, and break through all 22 worlds. So we've now warped to the first of the 5 systems. And in this case, we're going for an agricultural world. There's agricultural, military, and industrial. And the idea of this sequence here is to basically fly through without colliding into things. It's one of the things I like least about this game also. Oh, no, it's got pilot controls. I was worried it didn't have pilot controls for a moment, but I'm moving down. The idea is this is a force field. There's a gap that we're trying to fly through to sneak into the system, which we've done. And we're up the third layer. So you've got to do this 3 times. And the game, it's sort of a bit, like, in terms of progress through in each of the sequences, it's a bit weird on. Okay, so we've infiltrated the first orbit. So we're waiting for our countdown. We can refuel. The idea is fuel is a strategic element because you need to claim it. We'll actually regain fuel in this next segment where, sort of the bust orbit, you've got to take out fighters. So you can see you have, whilst you're on screen, you have a radar that sort of points where you are. Ooh, first one's down. Jolly good. Got to try and get that fuel pod. Yeah, it is. There it is. And the idea of the fuel pod is you can refuel. It gives you more fuel. Oh, I got hit a bit there. Now, I don't know how. There's usually it's like 4 or 5 ships you have to defeat in order to complete this section. It's a bit. There's no like sort of progress, which is a bit annoying. And you've got a balance here. You've got an XY sort of overhead view on the left there. You've got your height on the right. There's up to 3 targets. So you can... Oh, I thought I had that pass. Alright, there they are. Oh, looking above them, so let's... they're flying up. Really need some very hectic space music, that's for sure. Alright, let's slow down and line up. Okay, pull up, line up. There he is. Try to line me up. There's a bit of inertia on the turning, which is really weird as well. Yeah, and there's a fuel pod too, so let's put some speed on. So obviously the controls are, most Spectrum joysticks are supported. If you want to play on keyboard, it's, classic QAOP, and then there's a bunch of keys or space to shoot. And you've got a bunch of additional keys. Z and X control your speed. Z and X control your speed. What is that? And then you have D for docking. Now, docking comes handy later. Hopefully I can actually make it through this agricultural system, take it out, and we'll actually see one of the other systems. This is a pretty darn tough game compared to Star Strike. It's because Star Strike was pretty much just riffing off the Star Wars arcade machine. It was challenging in that old school arcade way, but it didn't really have the more brutal sort of challenge that this game offers, being designed for home micro. Our force field ain't doing so good at this point. Let's try and line up. Come on. I really hate the inertia. Really dislike that inertia. I don't know if it's Oh, we've done it! So we've taken out all those ships, and now we're getting planetary descent. And in this sequence, what it's about is... Oh gosh. Okay. And in this sequence, what you need to do is basically... You got your lasers are aimed at the surface, as you can see, and it's really about strafing the surface, avoiding being hit by the obstacles and the various installations, until you get on to the next phase. So, like, by comparison, this, like I said, this game is hard. It's hard in a way that where 3D Star Strike took a couple of rounds, a couple of loops to start getting hard, this is pretty hard straight away. And it's that classic old game tradition where you've got to really go through the manual. Truth be told, I've spent more time with this playing under the iOS version of Spectaculator, which is where it's a purchase that you can actually buy as one of the game packs. And if you don't want to play on real hardware, it's probably more convenient, especially if you've got like a phone with a pad or something. More convenient. Yeah, I don't know how it compares with, like, in terms of setting up on the Android version, because I don't really use Android. But of course, it's nice that you can still pay a few bucks and the devs will get a bit of a royalty, which I like. Anyway, let's keep it down. Force field's alright. Our fuel supply's a bit rickety though, which really the fuel supply really only comes into play when you're moving between other sections. So, now we're onto the ventilation shaft. Oh no, we're not. We're actually destroying the core. Groovy. We have destroyed the core, and that means we've taken out the first planet. 1 down, 21 to go. I'm probably not going to take out all 22 planets. Like let's be funny about it. Let's be realistic about it. I've got now good news. We moved on to this industrial world, and now the first phase is this space wheel. I've had to blast our way to the fences to open the door. And now we've done that, we've lined up, hit the D command to dock, and we get this elite style sequence where we've got to fly into the mouth of the station, which is pretty easy, though it's getting a little choppy frame rate wise. Alright, back at our friends, the force shield. Just put a bit of speed up. Fly through, we're clear. Maybe slow it down a bit. Annoying, you can't use joystick movement and keyboard controls at the same time. The Spectrum. I do love it as a little beast, but it's a little infuriating with things like that. Alright, this is the third layer, which we're doing okay. Alright, oh no, oh! We might be curtains for us here, because... And this is what I think, it's like, I thought I was doing okay, and now I'm not. Well, at least got one planet defeated, which is better than I usually do in this game. Star Trek 2 is really darn brutal. It's a very cool game, and one I admit I'm going to have to recommend if you're, if you like 3D space combat games and you have a Speccy or a CPC. I've heard the CPC version's a little better, but I don't have a real one to test and compare with, and, well, that's how it goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed a little diversion from the norm. I mean, I've been wanting to cover this for a while, and I did better than I thought, which leaves me very happy, because at least we saw one planet get destroyed. So I will call it a wrap. As always, thank you very much for watching. Do let me know what you thought, if you enjoyed it, or if you're a bit of a Star Strike 2 vet yourself, and you might have some handy tips, let me know. Always like trying to do better at stuff I cover. As always, if you enjoyed this video as well, please click the like button. It really helps the algorithms, recommend it to more people who might be interested. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. It really, it's the best way to be notified when videos come out. Turn that on, turn the bell on, get updates every Friday as they come out. And after that, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.